of the state. Kudos to Mr. Ambode. You didn't write your name or where you said that one from. All right, that's true. All right, the truth is that Nigerians don't care about their citizens. Okay, all right. If you use strong words or abusive words or insultive words in your messages, I can't read that. Okay, all right. We have to be able to stay within the limit of what is acceptable. Okay, all right. So we'll wait and see how this plays out eventually. But there are a lot of issues surrounding this NULTW guy. That's even pushing them up. These Agberos.
The Agberos. I've got the Agberos. You need to experience when there's a takeover in the
election. Because there's so much money.
It's a bloody money.
They've actually giving them uniform. Before they never used to wear uniform.
Yes. Even at that, most of them still do not wear the uniform. They go. You know, you see their singlets. The trademark is an handkerchief. It's supposed handkerchief. What if the driver has another marker?
No, they know their signature.
Okay, manager.
Guys are very smart. They're very smart. Okay, let's move it along because of our time. All right, we woke up this morning to breaking news of an open letter from former President Chief Olusegun Obasanjo, and of course the letter is to advise our dear President Muhammadu Buhari on what and what not to do come next election. Now, Nigeria's former President Chief Olusegun Obasanjo said that President Muhammadu Buhari has nothing to offer Nigerians in 2019, asking him to go and rest after the expiration of his tenure on May 29, 2019. Obasanjo, in an open letter tagged "The Way Out," a clarion call for coalition for Nigerian movement, made available to newsmen in Abeokuta, the Ogun State capital, appealed to Buhari to take a well-deserved rest and join other Nigerian leaders with his experience, influence and wisdom to move the nation forward. Okay, all right, this has been generating some controversy on social media since the news broke early this morning. Yeah. Let me start from the journalist. Because we've been seeing a lot of your posts on social media. We know you are pro-Buhari, we know that. But let's put that aside and look at this letter for what it is. You know, a letter that is open and is advisory in its content. Yeah.
Thank you. First of all, let us look at the morality of the person, of the letter writer. Chief, I prefer to call him Baba. Obasanjo has no moral authority to write any letter.
Really?
Yes.
Even as someone who has been in that capacity of
an elder statesman. Yes. We are talking about an elder statesman, agreed. But this is the same elder statesman who has this feeling of an all-knowing personality. In fact, I think inside of Baba, I mean not Buhari now, OBJ, is God. Yeah, he has this feeling that he is like a cloud, you know.
The all in all.
Yeah. Okay, why did I say there's no moral authority?
Okay.
To write somebody like President Buhari. Obasanjo was military head, just like President Buhari. I think he did about 2 or 3 years before he handed over. Now add those years to his 8 years. So give or take, he has ruled this country, aside being in the corridors of power, either not as the head now, but he has, ruled, an arrowhead for, let's say, approximately 11 years. What did we achieve? In 8 years. You are not supposed to answer that question.
I'm not answering it.
No. let's say in during the short-lived experience, just like Buhari's.
Yeah.
Okay. But we get 8 years or rather he gave himself 8 years
as a civilian.
As a civilian president.
Yeah, or a democratically elected
president. And now we are still talking about poor power situation. We are still talking, Fashola is still talking about fixing federal roads. Okay? We are still talking about this, we are still talking about that. 8 years. Now you are right to somebody who has spent barely 3 years and saying he doesn't have the wherewithal to rule Nigeria. I don't want to go into the allegation of whether he was actually seeking a third term, because I don't know how true that was. Till today he has not told us it was true, so it remains a mere allegation. So I will not even talk about that. But I'm talking about his case as civilian president. We did not achieve anything. I'm specific about the power sector, and this is somebody who openly said he spent $2 billion US, and he could not even achieve 5,000 megawatts. Now this is a Buhari who has been in power for less than 3 years, and we all know how many megawatts we have at the moment. I'm not a fan of Fashola. I'm not a fan of Fashola because I see him as an elitist. I have said it openly everywhere I go. Fashola is an elitist. Why the power situation is still very poor is because of somebody like Fashola. I make both to say it. But that's aside. Let's come back to Baba Obije. You write a Buhari a letter and say he should go home and rest. Who appointed you? How many PBCs does Baba Obije has? One. Even you cannot tell Nigerians who to elect, because you are making it look like Nigeria or a farm.
But being an elder statesman,
We have Nigeria. That's the question.
Maybe it's the most patriotic.
Okay.
Maybe it's the most. Okay. I saw the letters. I read the letter through bit in bit. Yeah.
Okay.
The point I'm holding in this letter, everybody has a right to their opinion, is the issue of the herdsmen and why the president has not been coming out to say something direct on that issue. That's the only thing I saw in that letter that I think we need to readdress, because in Africa we have this mentality that if something happens, we just tend to sweep it under the carpet, and with time it's going to resurface again. And a lot of people don't even know. Let me start from the fundamentals. A lot of Nigerians don't even know the difference between Hausas and Fulanis. Everybody just refer to them as the Hausas.
No, to so many of us this side, the north is one.
One, yeah.
It's just one body.
But if you traveled far in Nigeria, if you notice, there is no village, there is no town, there is no city where you don't find these Fulani settlements. I was so surprised when my mother told me that her great-grandmother was Fulani. Perhaps she migrated from the north and married a Yoruba man. Great-grandmother. That's to tell you that these people are everywhere. And let me tell you a personal story. One of my friends told me, he went somewhere to pray spiritually, and they told him that, see, something happened in your town, Benue State. Your forefathers killed some particular numbers of Fulani herdsmen. So when this thing came back again, I went back to that guy's statement. Like, sometimes we just see things on the media, we don't check for what happened. What is the genesis? What brought about this thing? Is this ethnic cleansing? Is it religious? What can you tell me that a cattle rearer owns an AK-47 that costs almost $1 million naira? Is it the...
I would think of this issue.
No, that's the one issue I think Baba said the governors, the president, they didn't show remorse that over 70
herdsmen killings.
Yes.
It was the first time herdsmen are allegedly killing people. It happened for the first time, and because a Fulani man is president, then I will understand. This so-called killing, the issue between the herdsmen and the farmers have been on for as long, even before.
That is what I'm saying. To get to the root of the issue, why do this thing is anytime from now it's going to grow out of proportion.
Yes.
All right. Okay. Away from the X-Men now, let's talk about the letter itself. My question goes to you. Do you feel it's actually wrong for an elder statesman like
not
it can come from then give us examples of people that could write a letter.
You feel should
write a letter.
Sort of a thing.
For instance, if somebody like Chief Bisi Akonde writes that kind of letter, assuming he's in opposition, I will say, okay, let's listen to him. But you cannot tell me Obasanjo or Chief Obasanjo will write, but is this testimonials? He's just trying to tell us that he's larger than life. He has the power to determine who becomes president of Nigeria at any time. He wrote he felt, I don't know where he got that illusion from that. He of Jonathan. No. Nigerians were already tired of Jonathan. And they decided to take him out. And they took him out. His letter contributed nothing to the removal of Jonathan as president. Okay, sir, if you said his letter contributed nothing, or nothing, this letter came out, I think 2 days back or 3 days. Why is it trending? Why is the letter so important to everybody? Listen. That is my own opinion. We are the ones giving it importance. Left for me, like what I advised on the social media yesterday, I advised Femi Adesina, advised Gabashew and Loretta Anoche to ignore him. Because what Baba wants is Baba is looking for right, and because he's looking for Baba is like an attention seeker at his age. I'm afraid, but that is him. Okay, if you give that kind of person, you reply that kind of person, you are making him feel happy. You are satisfying that urge inside of him. But candidly, before you wrap up, candidly, can we not see that Baba is speaking the mind of
maybe a lot of Nigerians?
Like Baba is not speaking the mind of anybody. He cannot even speak the mind of people in Ota. He cannot speak people in Ota because
of what is happening in society. This is the first time the level of insecurity is rising.
I disagree with government so much. The insecurity is on the rise. No, I disagree. I disagree because okay, you are talking about the herdsmen.
Do you also disagree that we're paying like twice or more what we used to pay over
before
items, and all that?
And
also disagree.
The price has gone down. How much did you buy a bag of rice during the Christmas period? How much did you buy it?
Was there actually a fantastic Christmas for a lot of people?
Have you no? Last 2 years there was scarcity during Christmas. So, fantastic Christmas. Okay. I knew that this last one was a little bit bad.
It was.
So bad.
It was a little bit bad because we have always lived with fuel scarcity. It's not something that part of the people are president.
Okay, all right.
It was a periodic affair. It was not even a yearly. 3 months back. Ochobola will call us out. Hey, want to die? No, but at this time I want to believe that it's just sabotage.
I don't remember. Okay, but the letter wasn't attacking the person. Wasn't attacking the person of Buhari.
The letter was self-serving.
It was more of an advice because he was saying.
How can he advise somebody and say?
He was saying that he didn't have the ability to manage the affairs of the country.
Is Buhari Obasanjo?
Maybe not.
As at was president for was it not almost the same with Buhari?
But sir, now I want to get your point now. Your own this present situation as it is.
Nigeria is restricted. And when a computer, the pace is always slow. So you cannot
wait for another 6 years.
We need
another okay. You get better.
No. You resetted this country so that if we get
successor,
no, we will look for
now.
Nigerians will.
We should be, by now we should have 1 or 2 names now that we're looking at.
How can you start banding names up and down now? You cannot band names up and down.
Okay. Break it up, gentlemen. Let's break it up. All right. Anyway, the letter further said that Buhari's place in history is already assured. Without impaired health and strain of age, running the affairs of Nigeria is a 25/7 affair, not a 24/7. All right, let's move on. Our time is almost up. We need to actually talk briefly about this issue of a 14-foot container loaded with military camouflage uniforms and other suspected dangerous weapons has reportedly disappeared from Apapa port. It was gathered that before the container disappeared from the port, policemen promptly informed the commissioner of the move and he swiftly gave directives through a letter that it should not be cleared pending thorough checks. But the container found its way out of the port.
Is that news? That's not news. It happens all the time. So what are we talking?
But there's a slight
porosity of our.
But now there's a slight difference. There's a slight difference. Before now, we don't used to get this kind of information. Like it doesn't used to be. So it's going to get better.
How did I ask you? How did you have this proliferation of small arms in this country, if not for the porosity of the all our borders in the past? Was it not until Buhari came in that we started having some little bit of target? Even at that, you cannot. Do you want to bring when they said when people talk about you become president and you become governor, and I look at them and say, so when have youthfulness become a condition for good governance? Oh, what? I won't mention a particular governor. He's a youth.
Yeah, he's not
he's not even been able to pay salaries for almost 18 months. He's a youth. He's 42 or 43 or whatever.
He's not in the age.
Now you cannot say a container containing military hardware, disappeared.
14-foot container. Big container.
When it actually move, of course.
Do you know how much that important the person who brought in that container, the purpose he wants to use the container for, or the goods inside the container for? 2019 is around the corner.
Very close.
You think is somebody, a small person like me? That person is a powerful person. So you cannot. It's just some phone call and money. That container will vanish like as small as this thing. And even there, they will tell you they don't see it. I'm sorry to say, when people shout about corruption in the police force, I think police is learning when it comes to those people manning our borders.
Okay, quick last word. Our time is up.
Yes, in everything we've said today, I want to say categorically that nation building is for all of us. Whenever we try to apportion blames, we still don't get results. I often say, ever since I was a child, I've always heard about bad presidents, bad leaders. Is it that we've never had a good president or leader? Let's look inward. Let's start to try to see nation building as our thing. Until we begin to look at it from that direction, nothing is going to change, nothing is going to move.
It's a collective responsibility. That's my own. You cannot say, bring 200 Buhari.
It's true.
If the people, is why I supported Alhaji Lai Mohammed, when he launched change should begin with me. The change you are talking about If actually we want the change in Nigeria, it must begin with each and every one of us.
Okay.
Like bring 200 and we still where we are, nothing will change.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, on that very passionate note,
Thank you.
it's fun having you around. Thank you for coming. He is with Gold Mines Leadership Initiative and also a social critic, and Mr. Justin Akpovi Esadi. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
so much.
Journalist. Thank you for joining us. Valero too.
Yes, well, thank you. And just get to remember that you can be part of the program. All what you just need to do is join the conversation on our social media network using the hashtag #TheBuzz.
And remember, you can watch repeat episodes of the show on YouTube. Go on YouTube and type Galaxy TV Nigeria and you're there.